Hey everybody, welcome to another Horizon Forbidden West tips and tricks or tutorial. So I'm going to pause the game right here. As an intro, the purpose of this video is going to be to show you how to get shards. This is a late game uh, strategy to get shards. Uh, During the early to mid game, there's other tips or tricks to get shards reasonably easily. All of them are boring, including this one. But this is like at the late game. And the question you have to ask yourself is, do you really need shards? Usually you wind up requiring them if you're spending a lot of shards buying the components to create your ammunition. This typically happens in harder difficulty settings like very hard and ultra hard when you are using a lot more legendary weapons to take down, the machines that are a lot beefier, have a lot more hit points. Then you have to use much stronger weapons. These stronger weapons use uh, ammunition that require more expensive components like volatile sludge or blast paste, for instance. Another reason is in the late game, you're going to be upgrading a lot of, powerful weapons and outfits, legendary and very rare, and they do begin to add up. Just as an example, a legendary outfit takes around in the neighborhood of 5,000 shards to upgrade fully to level 5. And if you're doing it for a lot of these outfits, this can also quickly add up. If you want to fight in the arena, for instance, um, that's going to cost you 250 shards a pop. You can die very quickly in the arena. And so if you're doing that, again, it can add up. So, and also for those of you out there who just want to make a lot of shards in general, this is going to be a nice technique. Now, before kind of wasting time doing it, I wanted to see if this was even necessary. If you do a YouTube search, I mean, there are a lot of YouTube videos that show you how to do it. Um, but I think mine is definitely up there. And I think in terms of a lot of criteria, I think it's definitely the easiest to do, requires probably the less skill, the least amount of skill. It's the most cost efficient and the most reproducible. It's a bit more boring, and I think, in my opinion, it probably gives you the most shards per minute that's out there. Okay, uh, the one that I think there's a guy named Elkjer. He's a speedrunner for Horizon Forbidden West, and his is where he has you kill apex tremor tusks in one of the map areas where you kill two of them. And according to him, he gets a very, very high shards per minute rate when you add it all up together. But when I try to do it, it was harder for me to reproduce. I think just mainly because, there is a little bit more variability because they're trying to kill two of them. And then you have to run to both of them to pick up the loot. Sometimes, where they are a little bit different. I think with some practice, you could probably approach what this technique gives you. But I think that this again is easier, way more reproducible, and just a lot more efficient because you're not using any ammunition that requires a lot of volatile sludge. So just for the highlights, if you do it at maximum efficiency, you're going to get about 40,000 shards and change, and it's going to take you anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes to achieve this. That includes actually fast traveling to the local merchant and selling the stuff that you've gotten and also replenishing all of the ammo you've used. So it's like a true 100% like you're ready to go again. One full loop is going to take you in the neighborhood of 20 to 25 minutes. And I've done it before. I'm not going to bore you by showing the entire 20 minutes because it is very, very boring. You're doing the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to show you a couple loops just to kind of get you the idea and the timing and what to do. But I've done it personally. Like if I'm really zoned in, I've done it in about 20 minutes, the whole thing. And again, it does require some concentration. I mean, not a lot. I mean, you can still listen to like a YouTube video or something like that, but it does require some concentration. But you're only having to do it for 20 minutes, and then you're getting 40 plus thousand shards, which is very good. If you even do say 3 cycles, if you want to devote 3 cycles in a little bit over an hour to an hour 10 minutes, you're looking at 120,000 shards, which for the purposes of this game is pretty ridiculous. Okay, so before we get into that, I'm going to unpause the video and we're just going to sort of talk about where we are. This is the guy right over here that we're going to be killing to generate the money. In this case, you can see that he's an apex tremor tusk, which only appears at night. And we're actually not going to target that. We're going to just go for the regular tremor tusk, mainly because that regular tremor tusk is going to explode and get killed a lot easier. So before doing that, let's start off with the location and the build. So let's take a look at the map, and we're going to move all the way out. And so in terms of just giving yourself a reference, you start off here at chain scrape, and then this is the base, right? So from here, you're going to want to triangulate and activate this campfire right over here. And this is the campfire right next to the Tremor Tusk site right over here. Okay, so it's going to be immediately west of a little settlement, which I haven't activated. There's going to be a Ravager site, there'll be a Scorcher, and then right here is the Scorcher site, and up top is the Claw Strider site. I think this is like Sky Sentry or something like that, is the settlement. But I flew here with the Sunwing. You want to activate this campfire, and then you find this Tremor Tusk site. So this is where you're going to go. Now, in terms of the equipment, that's pretty important as well. So let's go to the inventory. So what you're going to want, number one, is under where is this? Under resources, or it's under special gear. You're going to want 50 fast travel. Oh, here it's under tools. So you're going to want to have 50 fast travel packs. So maximum 50. And you're going to, in one run, in one cycle, you're going to use all 50 of these. Okay, so get 50 out of 50. And then under the weapons, you're going to want to use the Forge Fall. And that Forge Fall should be coiled with 25% damage coils. Now, of course, this is very, very late game. I have actually New Game Plus this many, many times. So I have a lot of long range damage coils. So I coiled my Forge Fall with 5 long range damage coils. If you're doing this without the benefit of New Game Plus, then you should have 2 long range damage plus 25%, and then you should put 2 stealth damage plus 25%. And then finally, in the last slot, you can either put a stealth or a long range plus 15%. And these are all damage. This will increase the damage. Okay, so you want the Forge Fall, and then you also, in terms of the outfits, you want a fully maxed Nora Thunder Warrior. And the reason this is important is because the Nora Thunder Warrior has the Weapon Stamina Plus, which gives you an ability to, do quite a bit of weapon technique, and it also has the Stamina Regen, which allows you to recover stamina very, very quickly. So you need a maxed out Nora Thunder Warrior, and you need a maxed out Forge Fall with 125% damage somehow. If you miss out on 10%, because again, you haven't done New Game Plus, then 115% is acceptable. Okay, so there you have it. This is basically what you need. You travel to the site, and you're going to also want to set, when you get the Forge Fall, you're going to want to set the so-called quick swap. to the plasma precision arrows. Okay, and you're gonna have 30 of those arrows. For those of you who don't know how to quick swap, if you point to an ammunition and you press the square button, you will make that the go-to, like like it's like a hotkey. And then if you press the L1 button, like say if we're using this ammunition, and if you just press the L1 button, you'll automatically go to what you quick swapped. So you want to set it to the plasma precision arrow by pressing the square button. So now we have that. Okay, so if you have any other ammunition, just by rapidly tapping L1, you're going to switch back to the plasma arrows. There's 30 of them, and then we're going to choose the braced shot weapon technique. You can press left and right on your D-pad to determine which weapon technique you want, and in this case, we're going to want to choose the braced shot. Okay. And then in terms of what you need to do, you're going to go to this campfire, and then what we'll do is we're going to quick save, and then I'm going to restart from the save. And when I restart from the save, even if it's nighttime, it will get rid of the Tremor Tusk Apex. It will get rid of the Apex Tremor Tusk. It's going to replace it with a normal Tremor Tusk. And then it's going to also put that Tremor Tusk at a preset location and a preset distance from us. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the following. And I'm going to go kind of slow in the beginning just to kind of show you the sequence, and then I'm going to go faster and faster to show you what you're going to want to do as you get a bit more practice and to show you just how efficient it can be. So let's restart from save, and we're going to press yes. And as you can see, he is no longer a Apex Tremor Tusk. He's just a regular Tremor Tusk. Okay. Now, whenever you restart from save, your weapon changes to some random one. Like in this case, I think it changes to a spike thrower. And you don't want to use a spike thrower. You want to go immediately to your forge fall. So tap the L1 button, and that will get you going right over there. Okay. Now, once you go there, you're going to want to brace shot, and you're going to want to aim at the sack below the Tremor Tusk, and one blow is going to kill the Tremor Tusk. So now that you've killed it, so again, you have to aim and you have to hit that sack under the Tremor Tusk. If you hit it anywhere else, it will unfortunately take you 2 braced shots to kill the Tremor Tusk. For maximum efficiency, you're obviously interested in killing him with 1 braced shot. Okay. And once you do, you're going to want to run, and you're going to want to obviously loot the Tremor Tusk. That's what you're going to sell, and that's how you're going to make your money, how you're going to make your shards. Bear in mind that 1 brace shot only takes up 2 plasma precision arrows. That means that you can fire 15 braced shots, hopefully 15 rounds, 15 kills, right? 1 brace shot brings down 1 Tremor Tusk if you hit that sack, before you're going to be forced to reload and redo the ammunition. If you look at the ammo requirements, you'll see that you require 10 shards. As you can see, I've done this enough times. I have over 1.35 million shards. But you need 10 metal shards, 5 machine muscle, and 5 glow blast. The Tremor Tusk is going to give you tons of machine muscle, so you will always be replenishing that. And so you only need to essentially buy back the glow blast at the end of each cycle. So this makes it a very, very cheap and very, very efficient way of using the ammunition to bring down the Tremor Tusk. So what you do is you run as fast as you can. You can slide or dodge. You run. You get to the Tremor Tusk, and then you search for it, and then you press it again to take all. And after you do that, you bring up the map screen, and then you move down just a little bit, and then you quickly go back to here to the campfire, and then you're going to press the right trigger, and you're going to use a travel pack to travel back to the campfire. Okay? So understand that because the campfire is so close to where you killed the Tremor Tusk, it's going to almost instantaneously load you to the campfire. And the reason you want to do this is it's there to save you from having to run all the way back to the campfire. You have to run all the way back. So this saves you literally, I would guess, a good probably 15 seconds, and that's going to add up and save a lot of time. Okay, so a few things to note about this. When you go and you fast travel to the campfire, anytime that you go to a campfire, it's an automatic quick save. So you may not know this. Many of you may not understand this. When you go to a campfire and you press the triangle button, it'll generate a quick save. What you may not know is that every time you travel to a campfire, when you do a fast travel, it actually automatically creates a quick save file for you. Okay? So that's important because once you arrive at the campfire, you can immediately press start and you can restart from save, and it will actually immediately restart you from that campfire, and it's already saved the loot you got from the tremor tusk. It actually remembers it. And then once you restart from save, you can then obviously, you know, shoot the tremor tusk again and, you know, restart the cycle. When you do come in from the restart, you have to tap the L1 button to get back the Forge Ball Plasma Precision Arrows, because after a restart, it's never there. It's always like, you know, somewhere else. And so you're going to want to tap it to get it back. Okay, so that was pretty wordy, I understand, but it's kind of important to let you know how to do it. And now you're going to see it in action. I'm going to do a couple rounds to show you how fast you can get. Okay, so here we go. We just looted it, right? So we're going to go here, and then we're going to go to the campfire. So here it goes. We're going to fast travel. I'm going to just press start as fast as I can. The minute I see this, that means I'm ready to go. We restart from save. And then you wait. The minute you see that fade, you can tap, and you are ready to go. Fire, and then run. Okay? So you're going to run, slide, row, run, slide, row, grab it, and then immediately go here, go, tap, okay? So you're asking, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, you're probably asking, when can you tap to get the Forge Ball back in your hand? And I'll show you, here goes. You tap the L1 right when this fades. Tap. You're ready to go. Okay? And you keep doing this over and over again until you've used up all 50 travel packs, at which point you go and sell everything, you make money. Tap. Right after doing it, you want to do 2 rolls that will prevent you from getting stuck in the animation after you take off the brace, after you shoot the brace shot. And then tap L1 now, and then get ready to do it. Roll. So right after getting the loot, you can immediately bring up the map, zoom in a little bit, and then fast travel. And I'm not, you know, as fast as I could be because I'm talking, but here we go. Ooh. So obviously it's kind of hard to, it's hard to do this while talking. But hopefully you get the idea and you get a sense of how fast it can get. So I'm going to stop talking for just a few rounds and just show you how fast I can do this, you know, if you concentrate. And you're going to want to do this rhythm. The most time is when you're running to it to get the loot. That's the most time-consuming part of this. Got it?
Don't celebrate yet!
So if you do this perfectly, it takes you a little bit less than 25 seconds per cycle of killing. And you can time me to see how fast that goes. And optimally, you want to do all 50 of these cycles as fast as I'm doing it now. Now, you will stop at some point because you have to reload, like you used up all your ammo. The minute you loot, go bring up the map. Now. Press start. Get ready. Tap L1. Get ready to fire. Brace shot. These are just 1 to 2 second things, a few seconds. You're brace shotting before the screen even fades into the scene. So you do have to kind of be good about that. Map, in, travel, start, reload, yes. L1, aim. Fire, roll, jump. So I hope you get the idea. How fast can you go? Very fast. Time yourself. It shouldn't take more than about 25 seconds. Slide, roll. Loot, map, in, travel, start. Go, aim, fire, roll, jump, slide. So, I've done this, so often to the point of I've got 1.3 million shards. And in the beginning, you're going to be slower, but you're going to get a lot better as you go through. Tap, aim, boom, shoot. So don't be careless though. Now it's imperative that you brace shot and you hit that sack in the belly, because that's the one-shot kill. If you screw up, you have to take another one that's not as good. And tap, fade. Now, I am doing it, by the way, on the PS5. Oh, see, so I got no ammo, so it takes some time to go up, and we're going to make another 30 arrows. So that wastes a few seconds, obviously. But that's okay, And when do you stop? You stop when you run out of fast travel packs, right? Because you're using a fast travel pack each time. So that's when you stop. By the way, as you're doing this, you can also reach a lot of levels. And sometimes, you press so hard that you have to, it does take you a second sometimes just to line your shot up again. Make sure you don't screw up. So hopefully you're seeing the rhythm. I'm doing this over and over again. You can see the rhythm. Loot, map, teleport, press start, restart. Get the forge fall, brace shot again. Aim, left fly, that's 1 second. 2 rolls, jump, glide. So you want to roll right after you release the brace shot, because typically after Aloy releases it, she freezes, and the rolls prevent her from freezing. Look how fast that was. Whoop. See? So that sometimes you're too greedy, you screw up. See, that took an extra couple seconds, so you're going to lose a few seconds. So you need to actually tap the L1 button right when that little thing like fades. If you do it too early, it won't work. So you want to wait until this fades. It fades and then you do it. See? So as you can see again, if you mistime it, that's a big problem because then you have to wait a few seconds before you can use the burst shot. So you don't want to tap too early or else you know you're not going to switch to the forge fall. You have to let the scene load in first. So we're going to do it later. Now. Okay, so anyways, this is getting boring. I think you have an idea of what's going on, how to do it. You know when to bramp the map. You bramp the map right when you press, when you get the loot, and then, basically, and then you see it, boom, that's when you can actually already switch, no delay. So one more time, we're gonna loot, right after looting, bramp the map, fast travel. So I've done 20 of them. We're going to do 30 more. So you can see that's the fast travel pack you're doing. So if you keep doing all of this, eventually you're going to go and you're going to sell. And you can see that under the resources, I've already gotten 84 tremor tusks. You're going to have the luminous brain stems. And when you sell all of this, it's going to make a lot of money. And all that you're really using in terms of your resources is you're using the glow blast, right over here. So so far we've only used 15 glow blast to refill the ammo. So this is how I make my money, and I make it very fast. You can see it under my shards. I have 1,358,353. The vast majority using this technique at maximum efficiency, and I've shown you how fast it is when you are concentrating. And the reason you have to concentrate is a lot of it's timing. You gotta know exactly when you can bring up the map, right? And then you want to quickly move here. You want to quickly fast travel, quickly press the start button. You want to actually press the start button before the scenes are even moving, before it even loads. And then you want to, obviously, you want to press the L1 button to get into the forge fall, and then you want to brace shot and all of this stuff. So it requires a little bit of paying attention to do it as fast as you possibly could. But once you're doing it, it's literally taking 25 seconds, and most of the time is running from the campfire all the way out to loot the machine. So you can count with me, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,003, 1,004, 1,005, 1,006, 1,007, 1,008, 1,009, 1,010, 1,011, 1,012, 1,013, 1,014, 1,015, 1,000, boom. So it takes a good 15 seconds, give or take, going from the area where you kill, and then you're rolling, and then you're jumping, and I don't know whether sliding, dodging, rolling, or just sprinting will get you to the tremor tusk any faster, but it's going to be in the neighborhood of 15 seconds, give or take, and then it takes another couple seconds again to press start, reload from save, and then have the scene load in, and then brace shot. So it adds up to about 20 to 25 seconds. And the reason this works is because when you fast travel to that campfire, you don't need to waste time to try to save. It's an automatic save, so you can already immediately press start and just restart from the save because it saves you the minute that you actually fast travel to that campfire. And this works the best, obviously, with a PS5 because the loading times are basically zilch because of the solid state. So that's it. And in my opinion, this is the by far the easiest and the fastest way to grind for money in this game. And because again, you're not expending any shards to really buy resources. You're only buying the fast travel packs. So I think you're spending a couple thousand to rebuy the 50 fast travel packs. And then the only thing you're buying in terms of the ammunition component is the glow blast, which is reasonably cheap because the muscle you're getting from the actual tremor tusk. So that's it. Hope that this really helps you. And if you're ever in the need for shards, 20 minutes, 40,000, you're set. You obviously don't need 1.3 million. That's just something I did for myself. There should never ever be a situation now where you are short of shards. 20 minutes, 40,000 in the bank, every time you need it. If you do it even a couple times, you're over 100,000 more shards than you'll ever need for the entirety of this game. Take care, and I hope that you find this useful.